Shalom. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakadash. Much respect to the brothers that are out there preaching and teaching the truth worldwide across the four corners of the earth, risking their lives and freedom for this truth. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, the house of David, and the Akim and Akwaf that might be listening to this lesson on today. This is your brother Abba Yabah coming through with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And the title of my lesson is Kingdom Thinking. Now, thinking is defined as the process of using one's mind to consider or reason about something. And in this truth, we have to make sure that we consider where we are and who we represent. And when I say that, I mean this, that we have to make sure that we're doing things that are pleasing unto Yahweh Shemi Shai and not the world. The world will get you killed. But Yahweh Shemi Shai will give you life and life eternally. And it will allow you to maneuver in a way that you'll escape all the hardships, most of the hardships, because we know that we're not perfect and we know that we are still in this in these fleshly bodies. So that's why I say most of the hardships. So if we're thinking of things of Yahweh Shemi Shai, then we should be able to maneuver in a way that would allow us to not get as much hardships as we would if we were not. Those that think carnally, those that think of this world, they continually digging themselves out of a situation. It's almost like being in quicksand. You know, the more they try to move around, the deeper they get into things. And as we have learned by being in this truth, Yahweh Shemi Shai is going to protect us. He's going to cover us. He's going to be there with us. He's going to lead us and guide us. And that way, we're not finding ourselves in situations where we don't know how we got there. You know, so we have to make sure that we're thinking and focusing on things of Yahweh Shemi Shai, and that way we're doing it in a way that is pleasing unto him and is good for us, in order for us to be built up and to be able to continuously and consistently do the work without hesitation or reservation, because our mind is on pleasing Yahweh Shemi Shai. And without further ado, I'm going to go to my first scripture, which is in Psalms 104 and 34. And it reads, it says, "My meditation of him shall be sweet. I will be glad in the Lord." So if our thoughts are thoughts that are pleasing unto him, you know, then we know we're doing the right thing. And we'll be able to rejoice in that because we're pleasing Yahweh Shemi Shai, and not ourselves and not these bodies and not the world. Because, you know, those things don't matter. All that matters is Yahweh Shemi Shai. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we do each and every day. That's what gives us strength. That's what gives us the abilities. That's what gives us the blessings. Yahweh Shemi Shai, not ourselves, not anything that we have in our mind to do, and not what pleases, you know, this flesh is anything that we should be rejoiceful or rejoicing in. So we have to be mindful, you know, of our thoughts and what our thoughts should be on. You know, like I said, we're still in these fleshly bodies, so we're going to make mistakes. But we have to make sure that if we do have setbacks, we need to push forward, you know, once we have those particular setbacks. And that brings me to Proverbs 15 and 28. And it says, "The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things." So us being righteous, we're going to make sure that we have the right answers, or we're going to look for the right answers. We're going to go out there and build upon, you know, the knowledge that we have, because we want to consistently build and progress and grow and mature in this truth in our lives. Because we know that Yahweh Shemi Shai, not just because he's watching, but he's watching us, and he has eyes upon us. We want to make sure that we're pleasing him, as we said in the first verse, and not this world, because this world, like I said, it doesn't care for us. This world will much less see you just part of the rest of those that are doing nothing and are like zombies and not progressing than to be in a progressing state and have a kingdom mindset. So therefore, that's why we fight for this each and every day. We want to have our mind stayed upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and we don't want to be as the wicked, and just doing things and speaking things and showing ourselves to be wicked and evil and of the world. That's not what we should desire, especially at this moment in time. We should have had, enough experience. And like I said, we're still in these fleshly bodies. We're going to make mistakes, but we should have enough experience to where if we fall short, we should get back up again and press forward and continue to press, because we know that we're desiring to be on those chairs. We know that we're desired to see this kingdom fall from a chariot and not experience it ourselves. So we have to keep pushing no matter what, because this world is going to fall itself, and we don't want to fall with it. So our mind has to be stayed upon Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Romans 8:5-6 reads, it says, "For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." So what do we desire in our life? Do we desire to die, or we desire a life of peace? That's the question, So our mind should be stayed upon the things of the Spirit, thinking on the kingdom, thinking upon things that will be pleasing unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua, making sure that our calling and election is sure, that we are doing the work and focusing upon those particular things. Now, sometimes we get in situations to where we fail, but does that mean that we just stop and just dwell on those particular things? No, we have to push forward. We have to understand, okay, I made a mistake. I didn't pass that test, but there are going to be many more. And if there's not many more, the next test I'm going to pass, because I'm going to put forth the effort to get up off my butt and to do the work that I need to do in order for me to pass this next test. I'm not going to dwell in my situation, because that's what the world wants you to do. That's what the spirit demon Satan wants you to do, because then you'll take your eyes off the prize, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You'll take your mind off the kingdom. You'll take your mind off of doing the work, and you'll dwell in that situation to the point to where you're stagnant. And once you become stagnant, that's when you can continue to be stagnant and fall off. And you don't want to stop running. When it's a long distance race, once you stop running, it's hard to start back. And we don't want to do that in this truth. We want to continue to run that race and run it with haste, and knowing that at the end of it, it's going to be all worth it. But we got to get there, and we are close. So we got to continue to keep moving forward. In our mind, we have to be focused on this particular kingdom thinking. 1 Corinthians 3:18 reads, it says, "Let no man deceive himself. If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise." So we can't believe that we ourselves are above the standard. You know what I'm saying? We can only be something by this world standard, but we need to understand that Yahweh Shem Yahushua gives us wisdom. We can't do it on our own, and we can't think of ourselves as too much. We must always be humble. Always understand that the gifts that we are given and the blessings that we receive are from Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's not about us. It's never been about us. So the world, the knowledge that you get about this world, which is mostly and a lot of it is false, you end up low grading yourself, we must think upon the kingdom. We must think upon things that are pleasing unto our Father once again. And therefore, he'll give us the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that we need and that is necessary for us to be on those chairs. And that's all that matters. Because things of this world, we know that it's temporary. And like I said, if we studying these history books, if we studying the things of this world, then we're fools for thinking that we're wise. We're fools for thinking that we're so intelligent that we can outthink Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We'll never be able to do that, and we'll never be able to do without the blessings that he's given us and that he continues to give, even though we're not worthy of it. Colossians 3:2 is basically a summation of my lesson. It says, set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth. Not on things on the earth. Salakia. So if we're looking to the hills with cometh our help, thinking upon things that are pleasing to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, keeping focus on the things that he's given us, continually thinking of ways to get better at the things that he's already blessed us with and given us, gifted us, then we're going to be good. But the things of this world, we know that it's temporal, it'll pass away, it'll get old, it'll get moldy, it'll pass away, basically. But Yahweh Shem Yahshua will give us something to think on that'll be everlasting, that'll be permanent. But we have to know where to have our mind stayed upon, know what to think upon. And this world can give us nothing. In 2 Timothy 2:7, it reads, it says, consider what I am saying, and the Lord give thee understanding in all things. So I have to make sure when I'm doing things, I'm thinking upon how I can please my Father. Not Heavenly Father, but my Father, because he's the one that's given me life. He's the one that's blessing me. He's the one that created me. But if I'm thinking upon things that are pleasing him, then he's going to allow me to understand the things that I need to do and to keep my mind focused on, the race that I'm running, the journey that I'm on, and the abilities that he's blessed me with to utilize them correctly. We have to have a kingdom thinking. We have to understand that this is all about Yahweh Shem Yahshua, not about us. And as we continue to endure this hell, this queendom, this Esau-driven society, if our mind is stayed upon Yahweh Shem Yahshua, it'll make it easier for us to continue on the path that he's already laid out for us, to utilize the blueprint that he's already set with Yahweh Shai, coming before us. We don't have all the answers, but we know who does. And we need to continually think in a way that will be pleasing unto our Father. So with that being said, that is the conclusion of my lesson. I pray that all that were listening was edified. And as always, I give honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem HaKadosh. And until my next lesson, Shalom.